And we're live.
Oh boy, I don't think the people really needed to know that our
No,
period
no.
synced up, right?
Yeah, but then you gotta tell them anyway.
Right, exactly.
Spoiler alert.
It's just so everyone knows what they're getting into.
Oh, shit.
Uh,
April Fool, she's full of shit.
Actually,
Look,
no. Oh,
that's
no, we're
true.
not.
That's true.
That's true.
God damn, Daphne. Good morning, everyone. It is April 1st, 2022, and
Oh
you are
boy.
watching the Ragin 2 The Vlogs. And we're keeping that name because it's shit to say.
Right. Well, yes, it's a name as awkward as we are.
It's totally fucking awkward. Oh my gosh, we gotta cut back on some of our cards, man.
Right. It's
All
we
right,
got a lot going on. That's what it
and
is.
here is our intro.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Cast the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the craze. If you are an independent, catch the craze. Making moves on your own, catch the craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the craze. Join the movement, catch the craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the craze.
Your favorite podcast, it's Critical Plus.
Boom, and we
Oh,
are back. I'm
wow.
gonna go all the way back up here to this card.
Oh wow, there we are.
Good
Wow.
morning, Daphne.
Good morning. Good morning, Nita. Oh my goodness. What an exciting day. But it's exciting for a work day. That's
I
kind of
know. I'm all tingly. I've got all kinds of. I was like, my brain has been like.
so many ideas. We're kind of just like you said. We're just throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what works for
Yay!
us. So good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Good morning, the
George.
people watching us. I guess before we get started, let's start off with intros. So, hello everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, an illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, so I kind of sort of know what I'm talking about. And I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales, and currently my medieval fantasy soap opera drama Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. Now, currently 12 days left on Kickstarter, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You can read both my comics, both of these, online at talltalesonline.com, that's TAILS, and eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS.com. And if you're joining us from Facebook, if you're joining us from Twitter, all the internet beyond, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat, click the subscribe button to both our Ragin channel and my channel, Daphne Lage, Lager, where you can check out all the videos on how I do my comics, art supply reviews, weekly live streams, all that fun stuff. But it's best to come to YouTube to do it instead of waiting for notifications to go out on all these other platforms. You know you want to come over. You know you want to press that button. So let's so join us here and engage with our lovely chat, and we'll maybe it's like ask some questions and we'll answer them too for you. So Nita, who are you to the peoples?
I'm sad.
You're sad?
Oh my God, Jake, are you serious?
Oh, why is it? Oh no, why not? That's sad. Oh no.
So my name is Nita Lanning, and I'm the CEO and executive producer of the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network, and that's it.
Right. That's it for now, right?
Oh,
that's it for
where's
now.
my husband? It follows me everywhere.
Oh, there you go. So yes, so George, so I'm finally repping Wonder Duck today, and yes, and the shirt fits very well too. Thank you very much for sending me this shirt. It was very, very kind of you to do that. So, but you know we would have promoted you anyway without the shirts.
Yeah, we didn't have to have the swag,
but it was nice.
Banging.
It was very nice. So thank you very much. Oh, okay. So Jake is he's ending one of his comic strips to start another. So there we go. You know what? But you know what? It is April Fool's. And now his other book is Boneless Meal. So are you throwing a bone at us? Are you throwing a bone at us?
I am entirely too hormonal for this.
Right, yeah. So, but, it's like, but you know what? Whether he's kidding or not kidding, check out Jake Twister on Twitter so that you can check out his comic strip, Bone Meal and Boneless Meal. Okay. So you can check out all his previous cartoons on Bone Meal, and then you can follow him when he starts up his new project. So it's like I said, there's a lot going on. Maybe today is not the best day to do announcements like that, but no matter what you do, Jake, we wish you all the best. Absolutely. And whatever you need to do, take care of you. And we will be here for you when you decide to, return to the fold after your hiatus.
I'm putting it on the banner.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Yes, exactly. Yes, we are the official live stream of all
the spectrums.
All the spectrums. We're the whole thing. Hey, Joe. So yeah, like I said, a lot of things going on today. It's like, so I guess let's get through the housekeeping before we forget. So hold on, let me just
over there.
Yeah, let me get my link. You would think we'd be a little bit more prepared today.
One day
we'll be prepared. Here we go. Hold on.
Shall we start with the long?
Yes, let's start with the long shots. 7 publishers, 9 books, 1 big deal on Indiegogo. We have 6 days left. 69 sexy backers. Nice. Supporting us right now on the long shots. We just broke 3K. Thank you so much for everybody for supporting this campaign. So like I said, there's 6 days left on it. The biggest deal, this is literally the biggest deal on crowdfunding right now. 9 books for $25 plus shipping. It's like nowhere on Kickstarter are you going to find this type of variety of content on on crowdfunding, you will find your next favorite book in this campaign. If this is the first time you're seeing, you're kind of like getting into the whole indie comic scene and you don't know where to start, this is the place to start. 9 books, all different ranges of genres, of stories, from and it's like I said, you're going to find everything. You're going to find your next favorite book here.
You're gonna get 9 comics for the fucking price of one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just go support it. You will not regret it, and I guarantee it. So the next book, Oswald Chronicles, also on Kickstarter right now. We have, I want to thank all the 70 backers that have backed so far. JD is so close. He's I can't do the math right now, but he's so close to reaching 3K. It's like he has 18 days to go. And yeah, this is a great starting point also for people if you're not familiar with this book. This is a brand new story. It starts at issue 1 of a 4 issues limited series. So if you've never heard of Oswald before, this is the campaign to start. And you also can get the volume 1 trade paperback that starts the Oswald story all the way from the very beginning as an add-on. It's also on the campaign. So you are not missing out on anything. It's like, so support the Oswald Chronicles on Kickstarter. And here's the thing, if you support the Oswald Chronicles, make sure you head on over to the Eagle Raven Heir of the First Unicorn campaign. If you back both of these campaigns before Eagle Raven closes in 12 days, you will unlock a brand new 16-page full color crossover story between Eagle Raven and Oswald that you will get as a PDF. This story was made specifically for these campaigns. If you want to see this story, you have to pledge to both campaigns to unlock the story to get that in your pledge. So
and while you're over there looking at the Ego Raven campaign, if you happen to back my baby's cover,
absolutely. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna throw in a classic Ragin sticker. Hit me up, let me know you got it. I'll mail it, postage and all.
There you go. But there you go. So extras for everybody.
Back to Eris, guys.
Right, yes. So Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, issues 1 through 4 on Kickstarter. I want to thank the 124 backers that we have on this campaign. We are about a little over $1,600 away from breaking 6K, unlocking all of the stretch goals, especially the 8-page comic book, the 8-page comic edition to the story, bringing it up to 40 pages. So at 6K, we unlock an 8-page story that kind of adds to the story without being part of the main story. This is my new minis, kind of like these mini shorts that I'm doing that didn't fit in the main 15-issue storyline. So you get to unlock the first one with this campaign if we get it to 6K. So, I mean, what a deal, But right? Speaking of deals, it's like everyone running crowdfunders, you need to fulfill correctly. Save 5% on your next Gemini mailer order with our coupon code RAGIN2. It's like 5% doesn't sound like a lot until it adds up. It's like you're buying this stuff all the time. You're doing multiple campaigns. You need this. And if you have any questions, any comments for us, you have an idea you want us to talk about, any topic or whatnot related to, I don't know, indie comic scene, social media marketing, the whole thing, you can contact us at raginavc@gmail.com, where we will put your question on a card and we will most likely answer it for you. What happened? Uh-oh, you glitched out. Uh-oh, Nita froze. So if she disappears, you'll know why. So I just want to thank everybody in the chat. So let's see what's going on. Oh, okay. So yeah. So it's like if everybody was curious about Wonder Duck, George has a launch page for that. So while Nita is getting her Wi-Fi, is throwing her modem against the wall, why don't I show us some love? Hold on. Oh, there you see. There you go. So let me show some love and see if we can get Nita back. Hold on.
Discharged into space, changing the life of one hapless duck and transforming him into a hero called Wonder Duck.
Oh, there you are.
You fuckers don't fix my fucking... I swear to God, y'all, it's going to be an episode of Snap.
Right, yeah. And mind you, it's been an improvement since you last got it fixed.
It is an improvement, but it's not good enough, not for what we're paying, and not for what we've been guaranteed.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. But, so as we open the show, I mean, yeah, it's very exciting today. I don't know, it's the first of the month. The slate is kind of clean. We get to
sell some porn.
Oh, right, yeah, well, that too. Well, that too. We get to start, I guess to start anew, and try to, and just continue doing what we're doing. But, it's like, we were discussing a lot of, a lot of things for the future, for future us to kind of like figure out. And one of the main things that we were talking about is the House of Bob book that I'm currently working on, or at least trying to put together and whatnot.
Put the biggest whisper out there.
Yeah, the biggest whisper. Yeah. So I don't know. It's like, so this is combined with the fact that we have a guest today, which is, surprising for a Friday.
Good morning, John.
It's like, but I have to say that it's like, this campaign that we're going to be talking about later. What was that?
It was, tell them about the color. Oh, this is a brush. No, I didn't flash that.
Hello?
That saves in the
So we will be joined later by Isaac Fox from Astral Ticket Publishing, and I thought his it's like to say that yes, that was very nice, very nice.
That was nice.
It takes the Swedish guy, right? No, Netherlands, right? I don't want to confuse. I already got Swedish people screaming at me for confusing the Netherlands for a Nordic country. So no. I know it's God. Dutch. Netherlands is Dutch. So we're gonna have Isaac Fox in the next half hour. Well, for the next half hour of the show, and I don't know I was just so floored by, I guess, his output on Kickstarter that I'm telling you, it's like he's like, I really do. He's like Robert Multari. Jesus, my words today. Where if you're kind of curious how Kickstarters, how certain people put together their Kickstarters and how they grow it. Like Robert Multari, if you wanted like a case study and how to build your campaigns, Like go to Robert Moltari's Nightwolf campaign. Oh, which by the way, if you support Nightwolf along with Eagle Raven, you also get a crossover print exclusive to the Nightwolf campaign. So there we go. I'm all over the place. So yeah, so if you go to Robert Moltari's campaign, you go to his previous campaigns, and you follow him from his first campaign. It is to see his trajectory is a study in Kickstarter all on its own. I mean, I think if you're starting Kickstarter, it's like you're new to Kickstarter. He is an excellent person to study so that you see what it takes. When he started his campaign, when he started doing Nightwolf, his first campaign, he was asking for $20,000, and his campaign completely flopped. Didn't even come close. However, on his next campaigns, you can see how he learned from his experience.
Right.
And you see how he slowly starts growing over the next several issues. Until now on his latest campaign, now it's like he made it's like, is he up to 10 grand already? Like he just launched on Wednesday, I think. And he's already, I mean, I just every time I would go to his campaign, those numbers would be, circling. He's
getting close. He's at 9,000.
Right. So it's like, so already he's at, he's at half, like in 3 days, he's halfway what he couldn't get to, in 30 days on his first campaign. So now it's gotten to a point where at his first campaign, asking for 20 grand was like, what the heck are you thinking? Now it's like, yeah, of course. Now he doesn't have to worry about it.
255 fucking back.
Because I think Snowpaw made like 31 or something?
Yeah, it was up there.
Yeah.
It was up there.
So it's like, so now he's gotten to a point where asking for 20 grand is normal for him. So there is hope for everybody. It's like, pay attention to your numbers, pay attention to your audience, pay attention to what you're putting out, and the growth will be there. The growth will be there. And when Nita showed me Foxy Vacations, this was like the first time. It's like, I have never heard of him before. I've never heard of Isaac, and now I'm obsessed.
Totally cyber stalking.
I am completely obsessed.
Daphne's fangirling.
So it's like, I went back to his campaigns, and I started looking at his looking at his previous campaigns, and it's the same thing. I see that growth.
That grad uptrend and then a spike.
Right.
And then a grad uptrend and a spike.
Where his campaign started jumping.
Right.
And I'm like going, Nita, we have to talk to this guy. I mean, this guy is another Kickstarter learning experience.
That's great.
So, but at the same time, it's like, I do like what I see on top of it. This is not somebody who's just looking at trends and following trends and like, okay, here's the checklist. Let me create a book. It's like, according to this.
There is fan service, so hang tight.
Oh, no, absolutely. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with fan service.
Oh, no,
but at least these books look like he's having a good time with it.
It looks like a project that's cared about.
Right. So it's like, so if you want to get my attention, it's like we've talked about, like, you can tell when a creator really enjoys the work that they're doing.
Right.
And that's kind of the vibe that I'm having here, and I'm hoping that I'm right, because it's like, I'm gonna feel like such an ass if he comes on. He goes, no, it's like, this is the hot thing. It's like, or something dopey like that. But I'm pretty sure.
Hot thing too, because there's a transitional thing going on in comics. Not only does he have the sex appeal and the characters, he's also got the fact it's almost a Japanese American
Yeah.
hybrid thing going on, and it's beautiful. You guys
Yeah.
just hang tight.
Yeah, I mean, it's like he got a lot of I guess like a lot of actual manga artists to do these covers for him. Look, I'm just like, he got cute, sexy robots to do a cover for
Right.
him.
Right.
Holy crap! This guy is like a bucket list commission for me. It's like, because it's like he is so difficult to get on his commission. It's so difficult to get on his commission list, and this guy got on his commission list. So.
Right.
You know? So yeah, so there's a lot going on with this campaign, you know, with Foxy Vacations, with all the previous books from Astral Ticket Publishing. And you know what? I'm just so looking forward to talking to him about this.
Can we throw the bump
and
now?
his campaign. Throw the bumps.
That is in here.
And then let's bring him in here.
All right. I'm on it.
Let's do it.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Oh, did she freeze again? Oh, okay. You froze again? Okay, so let me run one more bump, because, let's see.
Hi, I'm Robert A. Malteri, the creator and writer of Nightwolf, as well as the founder of Lone Wolf Comics. Do you love stories about anti-heroes and supernatural beings like werewolves, vampires, demons, witches, zombies, and more? Then Nightwolf is the comic book series for you. Nightwolf's unique take on theology and mythology encompasses elements of horror, magic, fantasy in a modern setting. Born into an outcast breed of werewolves known as the Monokai, 18-year-old Rodney Marcelli is reluctantly thrown into an ancient war between good and evil in today's world where the line has been blurred. With the help of Snowpaw, the pureblood Monokai, Rodney must learn to master his newly found lycanthropy and mysterious kinetic energy power that only he possesses. Rodney must fight the Dark Covenant in order to avenge his friends and family, and to save the girl he loves from the master vampire, Lord Malice. Rodney Marcelli is Nightwolf. Thank you for taking this creative journey with me. I appreciate it so much. So what are you waiting for? Join the Wolfpack today.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
They're doing the yard work outside. So
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, because you are in Jacksonville, so.
yeah. Yeah, Jacksonville exists.
Just a lot of.
Right.
Right.
It comes up in some things that we do.
Right, there you go. So welcome to our show. I'm really excited to have you on. Like I said, I never heard of your campaign until Nita showed it to me, and now it's like I said, Nita, I need to talk to this guy. So, do you want to share your campaign so that we can show the people, or do you want me to bring it up for you?
I don't know how to screen.
Oh, okay.
Probably if you do it, because I don't know how to screen share through.
Okay, sure. So,
right.
let's see. So let me.
Okay, one up here.
Let me go find your. Let me just find the Kickstarter here. But so in the meantime, while I'm poking around here, why don't you introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are?
Sure. My name is Isaac Fox. I am the president of Astral Ticket. I am a comic book writer, is my title, even though that encompasses maybe 5% of what it is I actually do these days. Very rarely do I ever actually get to sit down and write books anymore. Instead, my job is more so manager, accounting, administrator, web designer, everything except for writing at this point, though I can't draw a straight line. So if people go, oh, I love your art. Thank you. I'm not the artist. I can't draw. I was an artist all over the world. Before this, I've been an English teacher. I've been a journalist. I've written technical manuals. I'm not allowed to say for what, but I can say for things that you see on TV. I wrote the books on how they do that.
Right.
But through that, I always wanted to create things and do more with it. I started off back in the 90s as a big fan of Toonami when anime first came to the United States. And I wanted to kind of create something that was a bit of a fusion between the two styles of Eastern and Western ideology and style. And I've been very fortunate over the last about 2 or 3 years over Kickstarter, last year especially. And this year that fortune seems to be continuing. And we are, myself and my team, are eternally grateful to everyone who has supported us so far and continues to do so.
Right. No, yes. So here's your campaign that's running right now. So Foxy Vacations, which is a pinup book.
Yes.
And you're just doing gangbusters on this thing. It's like 22,000, 20 days to go. So I'm going to go ahead and play the video and so everyone can see what it's about.
Girl, you got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb.
I mean, what I like about this is just how really just fun. It just looks really fun. As
that was the idea.
Yeah, that was yeah. And so tell us about this pinup book, because it seems to be, from what I understand, it's kind of like the end result of all your previous comics, right?
Well, this was, of any campaign I've done, this was the most I've done, probably about 2 years I was the most uncertain about, because I have the absolute least involvement with the actual interiors of the book. This is really a celebration of the artists, with the idea being to say thank you to everyone who got us where we got to last year. Last year we experienced unprecedented growth, and things went. I never thought in my lifetime I'd ever sit down at Kickstarter and look at made over $5,000 ever, no matter what.
Right.
There's no way in hell. That's only for the guys that have, X image credits or X Action Labs credits or something like that. Those guys like me don't get that. And that did happen consistently. So we wanted to put together a book that was a thank you for that. Was a big part of that deal. We want to celebrate a lot of the artists we've worked with. Another part of that was, as I mentioned, I don't get to write very much anymore. I needed something to buy me some time. So we're like, well, can we create a book that doesn't have a lot of writing, that allows us to put something out, to stay relevant, to stay up to date with what we promised we're going to do, and to show off, sometimes promote what we do, while at the same time allowing me some time to actually sit down and write the damn books. And that's what this turned up to be. I wrote 4 comic pages for it. They are not, I'm not going to sit here and say that they're going to, if you read those pages, they're not going to bring you to tears. They're not going to create an existential crisis. They're not going to make you reflect more as a person. They're going to make you laugh. They're going to make you smile. And they're going to make you probably feel a couple other things.
And there's no shame here about that.
No, not at all. And we do that. We do believe in equal opportunity fan service. As you can see there, we have some males in there. Mostly
well done.
Everything. We try to be fair with what we do. I believe that being fair and honest with what you do and what you're trying to present is the best way to do it. If you try to lie to an audience, they will see through that, and they will not, and they will immediately hate you for this. So we're being honest. Look, this is a book. It's just pinups for the most part. It's a lot of sexiness. The pages are non-canonical silliness, but if you want to see things of characters from books that I've done previously, from different universes interacting and how you think they may interact if they ever met each other, you can enjoy that kind of, I guess in a way, that writing is fan service in and of itself. if you were watching, let's say if you were a fan of like shonen anime and you got to watch a series where Goku interacted with Yusuke Urameshi, like that would be great. But it's not, it would never make any sense, but that's okay. And that's what we've kind of done here, is allow this just to not make sense. This is the first book I'll put out this year. My objective is to put out 3 books on Kickstarter per year. We were going to do 4, but as I'm sure every other creator will tell you right now, the world is in a global paper shortage, and it is taking an absurd amount of time to get anything produced. We just finished the Sucky Busted campaign. I don't know how much I have to censor this, which was that campaign we just did. I have to censor it for obvious reasons. We did that one in October. I think I didn't get the books until mid-January.
Yeah.
It's just, and it's not the print shop's fault. That's just because nobody has supply. So we've had to scale back a little because of that. Some of our add-ons we normally do, we switch to digitals. We can actually get them more reliably. This has been a very different campaign for me. It's a different experience. Very thankful for it. Very thankful to be on the show. We're very happy everyone seems to like the book. We put a lot of energy and time into developing our mascot characters. They're a series of characters that are not necessarily within the books themselves. They represent the company. Azumi, I know you guys spoke to her. Her job to represent me. Brooke, who's right there, is our company mascot. Neffy there is the mascot of one of our colorists. And then Benny, the little bunny girl with the giant personality. She's the representative of Mitsu Blinger, who's one of my lead artists, and was the lead artist.
That's interesting. So each mascot is a representation of your creative team, not not just okay. So
and
these
they're
are the characters. Right?
We hope so. We try to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. So no. Please continue. Please continue.
It wasn't anything important, I promise.
Right. we're selling sexy cat girls here.
Well, raccoon and fox. I actually don't have any cat girls yet.
Oh. It's like so there we go. We'll take those two.
The reason we have a raccoon girl is my work being anime and manga were my prime inspirations when I was growing up. So I wanted to create a mascot that was a fusion of American and Western. I already had a fox girl represented me for my last name. But what can I do with that? And I'm like, well, anime is a lot of girls, people with animal tails and ears, and that falls into that line. That's fine. But what's American? Well, a raccoon's pretty American. And I can tell you, every artist I ever hand her to draw her on a cover or whatever, they initially always make her a Japanese tanuki. Because nobody outside of the United States knows what the hell a raccoon is.
Right, exactly. I think it's strictly North American, pretty much. Yeah.
I don't know how loud that is. If that's loud, tell me. I don't know. So they're running what's like a leaf blower outside.
Oh no, that's fine. You're in Florida. We'll it's like
wait till
that's part of it. That's part of it.
He's being quiet. Is Einstein sleeping, Daphne?
He's eating. Oh, there he is. There he is. Right, so there we go. So you have a leaf blower. We have a parrot. So
used to those two.
Yeah. Right. So you have it's like you have a lot of artwork. Oh, look at that! Everyone, if you're a fan of body pillows, he even has body pillows.
Those were done 100% of popular request. We kept getting messages saying, "Hey, will you guys offer them? Will you guys ever do it?" Like, well, I don't know anything about that. I mean, to be honest, I don't know anything. I'm still learning everything. But I was like, I know a couple artists who've done that kind of stuff. I'll talk to them. And then we're able to put out those for Benny and Izumi. We'll be doing more now that people clearly want them. They're doing very well. We've sold a lot of them, so we're going to continue doing those other campaigns. You'll see more of those coming up in the very near future.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So this is kind of like the culmination of all your previous campaigns, and I was looking into them, and yeah. So you've had what is it, like 7 campaigns already, right? You've done.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is your previous series, Krimisi?
Yeah. So when this first started, I did this because I was inspired very heavily by Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop growing up. And for me, coming from a very violent background, that's what helped me get through that, was those stories, Outlaw Star especially. And I wanted to do something like that to maybe try to help somebody else who's going through that in today's period, like how it started for me. So space westerns were the biggest thing ever to me. So growing up in the South, westerns were obviously big because of where I live. The space westerns was even more fascinating. And I wanted to create that. So I started with just Cremisi, which was really my passion project. And it's a story I wanted to tell. A couple of mistakes I made there. One, don't start with your passion project. Two, don't start with a project that's going to be 20 goddamn issues long, but that's what I did. It's stupid, so don't do that if you're listening. Don't ever do that. It's a terrible idea.
Right. Do as we say, not as we do, because I did the same thing too.
Start with one job. Start with something easy. But from that kind of grew, and I found working through that and working with comics and everything, I really enjoyed it. I was like, well, maybe I can do more than this. Then I got very lucky that a very close friend of mine for a while got a job working directly under Art Germ. I'm not going to say anybody's name because I don't want to put anybody out there.
Right.
But through that, I got to meet guys who were immensely more powerful and knowledgeable and skilled than myself. And I learned, oh, hey, if you do this and this and this, you can do better. You can do this. And then I came to the realization that I absolutely hate going to work for other people. And I hate taking orders from other people. Well, you always kind of do, but I hate working in an office. I hate driving across town to go to a stupid job. I'd rather do this all the time. So that shifted to the creation of new series. Now we have Cremisi, we have Pure Intent, which is in the same universe. Then we have Suck You Busted, which takes place in Jacksonville and is not afraid to go find.
Oh, by the way, so I went back to all of your previous campaigns and watched all the videos, and I have to say the music for Suck You Busted is a bop. I mean, I was just like,
once again, I got lucky.
Right.
One of my very close friends, his name is Solo Acapella, what he goes by online. His profession is that he's a musician by trade. He plays in bands and all kinds of amazing things he does. I think there's an instrument he can't play. He makes music for me. He makes music for a lot of visual novels. He's been on a lot of other Kickstarter projects. I got lucky that I just happened to be really close friends with the guy. I'm like, hey, I need to make music for this. He knew a singer.
Awesome.
Yeah. He knew a very skilled singer in France, and what she does is she sings visual novel songs, Japanese songs. Basically, it's their entire thing.
Wow.
What she does over there. So like, oh well, I've got a book that's anime inspired. Can you get? And I got very lucky that I was able to put it together and create a kind of a music video for that with our own theme song for the book. So that was just 100% luck. I've often said that if I do have any kind of talent whatsoever, it's solely the ability to drive others who are far superior to myself to my cause.
Let's see. So is all your books available on this campaign for people who are not familiar with it?
Yes and no. So every book that I've done so far, with the exception of Cremisi #2, is available right now. The reason Cremisi 2 isn't available, when I first did Kickstarter, I unleashed Cremisi 1 and 2 as a single book. It was a single book put together. That book, since that print run has never been produced again, is unique to those individuals who first put faith in us. So we've come back and we're calling them rebirth campaigns. We're putting back out Cremisi 1 and 2 on their own with new covers. Cremisi 1 was last year, what kicked me off last year. Cremisi 2 is the next book I'm doing this year. That's the reason it's not there. But there's also a lot of covers that are not available through this campaign, but you can get most of them from foxycomics.com, our website.
Oh.
I did hear you guys mention Cute Sexy Robots, and I can correct you on that, actually.
Oh.
I had a cover from him. No. I have 2 covers from him.
Oh!
Look at that. You see that, Daphne? All
Technically, 3 if you include variations.
Wow. Okay.
Have a good day,
So,
sir.
yeah.
Once again, I will point out that I got lucky in that individual does not normally take commissions for that. It's very
he really doesn't. Yeah, he's a tough
I know
one.
because I got contacted by someone. I don't want to say his name. He's one of probably the 2 biggest Kickstarter comic creators. And I know he's like, can you get me him? I said, well, let me talk to him. And I told Cute Sexy Robots, look, this guy can pay you like 4 times what I can pay you, and he still wouldn't do it. He's like, no. So I got lucky, I guess, that he likes me and will work with me. And the only advice I can give on that is I just respected him and treated him like a person.
Well done. Well done. And that's the thing too, because the thing is, it's like as someone who's also done like pinup / erotic / porn artwork, it kind of is a hard sell for people. It's like there's always this thing about sex sells. But sex may sell, but sex is hard to promote.
There's a line somewhere. You have to, and no one's going to tell you where that line is. No one's going to show you. You got to figure it out. it was explained to me by the individual who ended up becoming my agent, was basically hentai or pornographic books are fine, but keep in mind it's a Pandora's box. Once you have opened that, it does not close. You cannot close it again. And when you go to a bigger name publisher, someone who wants to pick you up, like let's say by some miraculous act of whatever gods we all believe in, Netflix wanted to pick up one of my books, and I had a series of hentai books that I did in the past. They're going to look at that and go, well, we don't want to be associated with that.
Right, yeah.
So I don't do that. And I will point out that anything I do, even though it's like you busted there, is an ecchi comedy, which means it's a lot of adult things going on. There is no actual pornographic content in any Isaac Fox Astral Ticket book, period. We don't allow that. You might see implications of it. You might see a character's face during the act, but we are not going to show anyone slathered in juices or being plowed into a couch. We're not going to do that here. It's your CSR's the cover that they did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so here we go. It's cute, sexy robots, people.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that individual does.
But I mean, it's like, no, but the thing is though, your collection of artists here, I mean, it's like you're collecting Pokemon. I mean, it's very high quality, collection.
Oh, well, I would work with the one who's not.
Yeah, what happened?
I wouldn't work with anyone who wasn't high quality.
Right, exactly. But you it's like you'd be surprised though. It's like because sometimes people they'll kind of like, well, but they were affordable. And it's like, and sometimes you have to make the choice between affordable and quality. You can't really get both sometimes.
You can. The question is, how patient are you?
Right, exactly. And then that's where the time comes in. So it's like, what is it? It's like fast, good, cheap, right? That pick two. Right?
I would point out, I get this one a lot, and I don't get a chance to talk about it enough. Even every book I do, with the exception of this one because it's a pinup book, even if it does have naughtier content, it has to have some actual heart to it. I don't like books that are not... That's just boobs in your face, which is great. But I don't, as a writer, I don't want to do that.
Right.
So my response to that is, even Suck You Busted, that is a book about sexy demon girls in the city of Jacksonville, has an actual message to it, and that message is how our society is judgmental on who we choose to love, despite being called a free society. In this case, it uses the analogy of demons and humans, but you can see what we're actually referencing here.
Yeah.
Same-sex couples, mixed race couples, all that stuff. Permisi deals with alcoholism and PTSD. Pure Intent deals with similar ideologies of abuse and how doing the right thing sometimes can go too far.
Yeah.
And even new projects that I'm working on, which I'm happy to say I've got 2 other new books that are not even related to those books in production now that deal with similar ideologies of there's some kind of message being taught. That's even if the book is a lot of boobs and butt in your face, we want there to be some kind of heart behind it. As a writer, I won't allow it to not have that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not going to beat you over the head with a shove down your throat.
Well, that's true too. Yeah, it's just that they all just work symbiotic with each other, as opposed, So you've done 7 campaigns already, and so this is what your 7th or 8th campaign.
God, I don't even know.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I was doing like 1 a year, and if you're trying to make, I don't want to say make money, but if you're trying to make a living via Kickstarter books and becoming a creator,
it's okay to want to make money, man.
Yeah.
It is, but
I
kind of say that too much because it's like, well, if you want to make money, why the hell are you in comic books, dude? Why don't you just go sell crack?
Right. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
Just go sell crack.
Happy raccoon.
Make way more money. Don't actually do that.
Daphne, do it.
Doing 1 a year isn't going to work. Unless you're someone who's already very well established. Like, let's say if you're like Brian Polito, he could do 1 a year.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because he's raising $500,000.
Right. Exactly. Or if you're someone who has a long-standing history of working with DC or Marvel or Image.
Yeah,
you probably could do that because everyone knows who you are, right? But if you're a random guy to your garage, you're probably going to want to do at least 2 or 3 a year.
Right. I mean, as someone, it's like, and on the opposite end, as someone who last year combined with my husband, we did 11 campaigns in 1 year. I wouldn't recommend that either.
I don't even know how you could do that.
You have to do it at least once to get it out of your system.
I mean,
because everyone that I've spoken to who's done that many campaigns in 1 year all say the same thing. Well, we're not doing that again.
I would never. 3 alone is almost too much for me. It's
Yeah.
I can't even feasibly imagine how you would do that at a shipping company doing all your packing and stuff for you.
Right.
The reason
No,
this is all blocked off is because just like you busted, is behind me with all of the Gemini boxes.
Yeah, no, it's you're building furniture with the boxes until you fulfill.
At this point, basically, so that's why it's blocked off. It doesn't look very good, but
right. No, of course, yeah.
And
so
that's with 3 books a year. I don't imagine that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
yeah.
at private chat real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is that me? Let's see. Let me check. So, I'm going to ask you this question, and then I'm going to check something on my end, tech wise. But with your 7 campaigns, what's like the main takeaway that you have from doing 7 campaigns?
I'm not even sure where to begin. Yeah, in which aspect? In business, Kickstarter, or comics, or yes?
I guess like your biggest lesson. You've done 7 campaigns. Okay, it's like, you know, what's like the big lessons that you got from doing 7 campaigns and seeing the jumps that you were making between certain campaigns?
I can say that I was in college for 5 years. I've taught at a college level, and yet 1 year of this taught me more than 4 years of university ever did. And that's the best thing. That's the biggest takeaway I can give is the amount of trial by fire education that I have received from doing this. The amount of skill sets that I've had to learn in a relatively short period of time in a literal sink or swim environment.
It is work, man.
It's if you're gonna do a Kickstarter, it's a full-time job.
Right.
Yeah. If you're on a full-time job. I work 8 hours, 10 hours, another job, and I come home working on 5 to 10. Last night I had 5 hours sleep. This is not uncommon. I might get maybe 4 to 5 a night because there's so much that requires done. For me, I like it that way. I like having a massive list of things to do. If I had to say one thing that I've really learned from Kickstarter itself is that you need to just respect your backers and just make sure you treat them with that level of respect. Right. I have talked to other creators who are like, "Oh, I never do updates." I'm like, "Yeah,
no, always do updates.
I hate you for that."
Right.
We always run into delays. The reality of it is, I'll speak for myself. I run into delays all the time. Last year, paper shortage, lost my mother, all kinds of things happen. Like, hey guys, I'm sorry, it pushes me back. And I've never once had a backer come to me and say, "Well, this is bullshit. I've never had this happen."
Right. Yeah.
As long as
if you're upfront and honest, people understand. It's when you throw them shade, don't say shit, and it's 6 months later and they still don't have their fucking books. People get pissed and they don't even want to look at your shit again.
Well, and if you're with a creator and it's been 6 months, they haven't said anything about your rewards coming in, you should be mad at that point. I don't know how it works per se. I do know from a colleague of mine who worked on a visual novel that the person who did it made like $80K and then decided, "Oh, I don't want to do it anymore," and then just walked away with the money. And I know Kickstarter can report you as a con artist. And if you do that kind of thing, first off, I hope you get kicked in the groin by a mule because you're a piece of garbage.
That's the one thing I wish they'd take away from Kickstarter.
The problem with that is a double-edged sword because now if you back a Kickstarter, a big pop-up comes up saying, "Hey, man, you may not get your stuff," which those of us who do always deliver makes us look worse. Like, well,
but those that don't should be prosecuted.
You have to be honest with your backers. You have to keep them updated on what you're doing. If there's a delay, don't do too much because you get on your nerves. Because if you back a project, you get an email every other freaking day from Kickstarter about it. So that's annoying. But you don't want people sitting there going, "Well, I paid 500 books for comics. Where the hell are they?" You don't ever want to do that. And that was a big one I learned. That's why I have Izumi and Brooke, who are actual people who do the social media, who do the Discord, who do the Kickstarter responses for me, because I don't have the time with everything going on to help everybody. I want everyone who backs an Isaac Fox production to be happy. That's what we do. We're in the business of selling happiness. If that means some boobs, that's great. If it means a good story, that's great. If I can help your day get better, then I'm doing my job as a creator. The unfortunate reality of it is I don't have time to talk to everyone as much as I'd like to. So that's why Razumi and Brooke come in and they take over that for me, because we want everyone to know, hey, this is what's going on with the books. I'll give them pictures of the books when I get them. I'll give them pictures of the books being packed, everything I can, like, hey, this is happening. We're making progress. I do all the packing and shipping alone. So it's definitely not fast, especially considering I think 50 buses, like 540 packages. I don't know how to do this.
Wow.
But every week I'm like, hey guys, here's what went out this week. If you're on this tier, you're going to get it. If we're working on it. It just takes time.
Yes,
and
exactly.
With the world of COVID and now what's going on in Europe, because there's still, I'm seeing other creators post it, and some guys don't handle it very well how they handled it. The Common American gentleman did a very good job how he handled the situation where USPS will not go to Australia right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We have a lot of backers in Australia, so I have to tell them, hey, look, we'll hold it until that time comes. Like, get it to you, unless you want to contact me, and we can negotiate a more expensive shipping service.
Right.
To give an example, anyone out there who wants to do a Kickstarter or doesn't know what shipping is like, I had to send a package to Lyrics, who's in Indonesia. She did the Brooke campaign in the center right there with the raccoon girl in the bikini. She's amazing. She's one of the best in the world. But I had to send her comps one time, and USPS wanted $40. UPS wanted over $200 to the same damn package. So just be advised, that's kind of what shipping is like. USPS is the cheapest, but you can do some things in the process.
So also, it's like so your first couple of campaigns. So I was watching it, how it grew from like 3,000 to 5,000. And then there was this huge jump. Now the thing is, though, I just want to tell everybody, we know there's an echo. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm like clicking on a whole bunch of things.
It's not the worst echo ever. We can still understand.
We're just apologizing, right now that it's like, the show, we're almost at the top of the hour. It's almost over, as much as I don't want it to be right now.
Suffer us.
So there was this jump between that all of a sudden, like, you were raising 3,000, 5,000, and then all of a sudden there was this jump to 13. Tell me about that jump. Like one, it's like, how did it feel like? What did it feel like when you saw that jump? Or
Super Saiyan, bro.
Strategy that you
not quite
on that made that a not surprise for you?
See, my brain's wired wrong. When those things happen, I don't think, oh, great. My thought process is, thank you. I'm very appreciative. I got to figure out now how to make you guys happy. I get told I don't smile very often, and I don't in real life. I really don't. I don't really get excited. I don't really do the smiling. It's more of like an old Uncle Iroh kind of thing. Where it's like, thank you very much. I appreciate your support of this heavily. I will work even harder. And every time I see that number go where it's like 22,000 already, like, this just motivates me. I need to work harder to make sure those individuals are getting what they paid for, and they're happy, and they want to come back later. When we first made that jump, I didn't know what to think at first. It was a lot of like, this is a prank, somebody back, this is a joke, or maybe somebody's, I don't know what's happening here. It took me a little while for my brain to actually grasp what was happening, that this is even possible. I'm like, I don't have a publishing credit with anybody like IDW, so why the hell would these people come to me? It was, once it finally settled in what was actually happening, my thought was, well, if I'm doing this well, then I'm doing my artist justice and I'm doing my fans justice. I need to work even harder to get to another level to continue doing that and okay, we did 13 this time, right? There's an old Chinese adage of stay thirsty, stay hungry.
Right. Yeah.
Don't ever be satisfied. Okay, we did 13,000. Cool. Why isn't it 15,000? Why didn't I do better?
Yeah.
What can I do to do better? What can I do to make to get more backers, to show them that I will give them what I promise, and can make the backers I have even happier? What can I do for them and my team? And it's every time I see that number go up, that's the thought that I have. It's like, okay, that happened. I'm so grateful. What can I do for you? What more can I do? How much more can I possibly do? Almost to quote Goku a little bit, as a massive Dragon Ball Z fan. Like, whenever I see somebody doing well, I'm like, I want to push myself to their level. I want to continue training. I'm going to go back into the hyperbolic time chamber and just work out even more. I'm like, that's what seeing those numbers increase does, is it makes me want to do better. It makes me want to make more for people.
Like, and how much do you do on like I guess like back end stuff, like, or do you outsource that too, like in terms of like going on social? Because like I said, this is the first time I've heard of your project, and it's like what is it that you do? What's give us an idea on what's happening on the back end, because a lot of people want to dismiss that work, and that's just as vital as the getting the actual artwork itself. So like, do you have like a mailing list,
We do.
curate?
We have a website. We have foxycomics.com with 2 X's, not 3, because it's not that kind of website. We do orders through that. Sometimes we get messages from people over Kickstarter or on social media, or mostly through our Discord channel, where we don't promise 9.8s to a campaign. Unfortunately, with that quantity, it's just not possible for me to promise a 9.8 every time.
Right.
The books do get inspected. They give you the best ones we got, but I can't promise 9.8.
Right. Yeah.
We do get people now that come to us. I don't offer this on the campaigns because it's just an overcomplication. But if you come to us via a message on Kickstarter or through our Discord or social media, you say, hey, I want to pay extra to have this book specially inspected and specially packed because I want it graded, we'll do that. I will sit here and I will go through what I have, and I've worked with CGC. I know what they're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, I can look at this book. Okay, this book should be a 9.8 or 9.7. This book should do it. And when I handle the books, I wear gloves the entire time, so there's no fingerprints, no smudges.
Wow. Okay.
And we'll put everything I touch from a campaign. I'm always wearing gloves to make sure the books
Going
are
high class.
Wow. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. You don't even get fingerprints
No,
on
it
your.
has to be the highest quality. If you put your faith in me, I will give you everything I possibly can within reason. So we've done that. I had a gentleman who just got back to me who got one of the books was a 9.9.
Wow.
That we got him, and I'm still in awe that I was able to produce a 9.9 out of my shop. But we'll always go a little extra if someone messages us. And we encourage communication between us and our backers. I like to say that we have the best customer service on Kickstarter, period, hands down. And there's a couple of creators I know of who are way more successful than myself. That backers come to me like, yeah, I sent this guy a message because the book was damaged. He just won't respond, but you guys respond in like a day, and it was gonna be a new book if it's damaged. Yeah, we have the best service. Come, screw those guys. Come to us. We'll
yes,
take care
exactly.
And trying to frame people.
Right. So here we are at the top of the hour. I think that we probably could have continued this for this conversation for another hour. So I just want to, let's see. So let's bring this back to the top here. So you have, Foxy Vacations, Hot Springs edition, 20 days left to go, an astounding $22,000. But the thing is, obviously, talking to you, looking at the campaign, this isn't just another, I guess, like, pretty ladies books and bikinis. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
You have been a learning experience.
Yes, and you are. And it's like I said, going through your campaigns and just seeing your trajectory from when you started to where you are now is like you are in. Not only are you selling sexy books, but you're also a purveyor of sexy information for crowdfunding.
We love your brain.
Yes.
I will. I'll do another Chinese adage. A wise man once said, "I don't know anything."
Right.
And I don't. I'm just learning along the way.
Yeah.
I can say though that since Foxy Vacations is clearly something people like, we can do, and we're probably going to do it, make it an annual publication once a year. We will send characters from across our universes and mascots on vacations that will be kind of like this. Next year's has already begun the planning stage. As far as books goes, thanks to the input of my agent, who again was one of our terms guys, I think it's 5 years of Project Comics ready to go.
There you go.
So
and that's the question. So this book is done. So when this campaign closes, like the files are ready to go to the printer.
Yes. Any campaign you get from me, if it's from Astral Ticket, which is our publishing company, who we are on Kickstarter, Astral Ticket, anything we put on there, the book's already done. The covers are done. The interior pages are done. The only thing I have to do is maybe a little bit of formatting and send it to the printer, and it's done.
Right. Yeah.
the add-on items, the standees, the documentary, all that, it's already ready to go to the print shop. We already know everything.
Man.
I've already done the numbers. I've already done everything before that. A good friend of mine tried to hire me to put together his Kickstarter recently, and I was like, I'd love to if I could.
Right.
Please understand, a Kickstarter page, that page alone is 1 month of my life.
Yeah,
that page. And that's not including the back end. You mentioned the back end stuff. That's not including the back end budgeting, to figure out what covers go to what do I price them as, what contracts do I got to sign, what negotiation deals do I have to handle. It's like, I get requests for more covers in digital. I can't do that. I have contractual agreements that I can't.
Right.
Things like that are just back end things that come into account. And we'll put out this year. There's going to be 3 more books. There's going to be 2 more books coming out this year. It's probably going to be Cremisi #2 and probably Succubusted #2 because everybody really likes Succubusted, as they should.
Yeah, because it looks like just one of those cute little, like sexy tenchy type of things.
It's a very,
yeah,
it's a very fun book. It's, we're very honest on what it is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you we're going to change your life with this book, but you're going to have a good time reading it. And I was very fortunate that when the book went out, we got a ton of messages, people saying how much they loved it, how much they loved that we put sound effects for boing and stuff with things about. We can do that. We can. I mean, let's figure out. Let's see. I like perverted anime. How can I market that? Well, let's figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened?
Yeah.
Isaac, if you can, dude, will you please hang out while we close out so we can talk to you for a few minutes behind the scenes?
Yeah, that's fine. I have until about 12:30, 12:45.
Okay, all right. So we'll make it quick then. So, tell everybody where they can find. So of course they can find your work.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all those links and put them in the show
on Kickstarter. There's 22 days to go. There's plenty of time, but doesn't mean you don't. You have to wait till the last minute to pledge. So tell everybody where they can find. They can find you. Yeah.
On Kickstarter, we are Asheville Ticket. You can find us on there through anything. Apparently, we're surprisingly another Christian I'm hard to find for some reason. I don't know why it is on Kickstarter. Kickstarter's weird.
We have the link in the show notes, and then I'll add your other links too.
As far as we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, I think it's just Isaac Fox Comics and Art, which I guess might be maybe a misleading title because I don't do any of the actual art, but we have artists. Our website is also foxycomics.com with 2 X's. I encourage everybody to head over there. Any book that I have done, for the most part, is on there. If you join the mailing list, is when you can get emails about some of the naughty covers being out there. They're not on the website just because I don't know at what point Google starts labeling you as an adult website. I don't want that tag on the site. So there's only a handful of naughties that are available, so we kind of keep that hidden and restricted to a mailing list. The Kickstarter is probably the best place to get a lot of my stuff. A lot of things I do on there are exclusive. So if you guys want to come on there and pick up some stuff, we appreciate it. And remember, if you buy from an independent comic, not just me, anybody on Kickstarter is an independent, you are putting food on somebody's table. You are quite literally filling our cups. You are not buying a Marvel/Disney CEO another golden toilet.
Exactly. So, Nita, tell the people where they can find you.
I can be found on social media as @C_chaos247, or I can be found as Nita Lanning on Facebook. I can also be emailed at raginavc@gmail.com. And that's where I'm at right now. Get it, Daphne.
And if you're interested in seeing more of my work, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I mostly post to Facebook if you're into seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And you can also find me here on YouTube on my own channel for videos and live streams at Daphne Lage Art. And for a final reminder, Ego Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, issue 4 is on Kickstarter right now. We have 12 days to go. Thank you everybody who supported it so far. It's like, and don't forget to also pledge to the Oswald Chronicles and Night Wolf for your crossover, all your crossover needs,
and get my babies cover.
Right, and don't forget to pick up the Jaden Lanning exclusive cover, which I have which
is her very first cover, by the way. My kid's going places.
It will be limited to the print run, to the campaign only. I will not make extras. So if you want this variant cover, for issue 4, you have to pledge to this campaign to get it. I'm not making any extras outside of this campaign. So check out all of our campaigns. Everything's in the show notes. Everything's in the chat. And on that note, as always, moisturize, eat your food, mind your business, and do the work, because when you do the work, you never have to fake your accomplishments. And on that note, we will see you Monday for more interviews from crowdfunding creators. And we'll see you then. So
hit the button.
Hit the button. You know what to do.